I'm Nancy Levin. Welcome back to my channel. I help aspiring coaches, existing coaches, and anyone who wants to add coaching skills to their current profession elevate their life and their practice. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm going to be sharing 3 surprising secrets of a successful life coach. And as you probably already know, the doors to Levin Life Coach Academy, my comprehensive training and certification program, are open right now. And there's already an incredible cohort forming that I would love for you to be a part of. So if you are curious to learn more about LLCA, you can go to nancylevin.com/yes for all the details. Enrollment in LLCA is only open once a year. And so I thought what I would do today is give you all the info you need to join us. And if you're trying to determine whether LLCA is the right fit for you, if it's the right life coach training and certification program for you, you're in the right place. Because in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing 3 surprising secrets every successful life coach needs to know. I'm going to pull back the curtain on a few essential elements that most other life coach training programs aren't talking about. And after training countless coaches, certifying countless coaches, I know that these secrets are the key to success. So I also want to let you know that I invite you to share this video with any of your friends who you know might be interested. So before we dive into these 3 surprising secrets, what I've noticed over the past few years with the pandemic is that it really has been illuminating for us the changes we want to make in our life. And we have been assessing and reassessing, we're pivoting, we're reinventing, we're recalibrating. And there are things that we've wanted to do differently, and we haven't quite gotten ourselves to the place where we're willing to make the full-on change. But we feel more momentum than ever before. So I think this is excellent news, and it might even be why you're watching right now. My take on reinvention is that it is a return to the essence of who you are. Before you began packaging yourselves to be digestible to anybody else. So it's time right now to really root into your truth. I have what I call my transformation equation. And this is change equals vision plus choice plus action. So what this looks like is if we want to make a change in our life, we need to have clarity of vision. We need to know where we want to go. And then we need to continuously make the choices and take the actions that will lead us in the direction of our vision. All our choices and actions do is either serve our vision or sabotage it. So we want to make sure that we are using our vision as a gauge by which we measure the choices we make and the actions we take. So as I mentioned, today we are going to be exploring 3 surprising secrets every life coach needs to know and how they actually apply to you no matter where you are on your own journey. So maybe you'd like to become a life coach. Maybe you are already a life coach, but you want to show up as the best coach you can be, and you want a clear path toward success and prosperity. Perhaps you're a therapist who would like to add coaching to your offerings for more freedom and flexibility. Maybe you are a professional, a CEO, a manager, an entrepreneur, an HR specialist, a wellness expert, and you want to deepen your leadership and people skills. Or it might be that you are simply wanting a different path and you need support in getting there. So here we go. The first secret is you must experience your own personal reinvention before guiding others to theirs. The second is that you need to be trained, skilled, and prepared in order to feel confident to guide others. And a little hint, this is where boundaries come in. And the third is that you double down and embrace your own history and experience to connect with the right clients for you. You might be tuning in to this video, seeing me for the very first time. If that is the case, I want to share a little bit of my journey with you, and then I will really dive into unpacking these 3 secrets. So for over a decade, I was the event director at Hay House Publishing, and I was traveling the world producing events with the biggest names in the field of personal empowerment. And it was my dream job, and I never in a million years thought I would ever leave it. And then in 2008, my very well orchestrated, very well crafted life began unraveling. And by 2010, I was getting divorced from an 18-year abusive marriage. As all of this was happening, my dear friend and mentor, the late Debbie Ford, invited me to participate in a workshop that she was teaching that I would usually produce. So this time she told me to hand over all the work to my staff and told me to sit my ass in the chair so I could do my own inner healing to start reinventing myself. That weekend was so profound for me, so transformative for me, that I decided to hire one of Debbie's coaches and work with that coach throughout the process of getting divorced. And then I decided to enroll in Debbie's coach training and certification program, having no desire to be a coach. I had my dream job. I just simply wanted to continue this really deep inner journey, learning more about myself, connecting the dots in my own life. But then once I was certified, something remarkable happened. I was unrecognizable from the person I was when I began the training. And I instantly felt called to help other people change their own lives and get free. So I stayed in my job at Hay House long enough to build my coaching business. And once my platform was solid and I had steady clients and I built my foundation, it was time for me to leave. And it was the very best move that I ever made. So if you're here because you want to do your own transformational work, like I said earlier, I did Debbie's training because I wanted to know myself better. I wanted to understand myself in a deeper way. I wanted to cultivate the self-awareness to move through my own trauma so that I could release the beliefs and patterns that were holding me back. I never, ever intended to be a coach. That was one of the biggest surprises of my life. And there was something so profound for me in the realization that I didn't have to go through this whole healing journey alone, that someone could guide me step by step, and that I could be part of an engaged community. So I didn't really have to navigate the minefield of my own fears and doubts on my own. And what I want to let you know is neither do you. You might be wondering how a coach training could enhance a current career that you already love. And again, my own experience started this way. I did my coach training and built my side hustle while I stayed in my job at Hay House for even about another year and a half. And I used my coaching skills that I learned to enhance my job, because ultimately coaching skills are life skills, and they're really about communication. They're about confidence. They're about trust. They're about being clean and agenda free, listening to what's said and what's unsaid. and boundaries. So all of these skills really enhance every relationship that we're having. And in my coaching program, I have trained lawyers, doctors, teachers, CEOs, moms, entrepreneurs, therapists, all kinds of people to enhance their current careers and their lives. And as I just mentioned, I've trained therapists who are moving into coaching. Since they can do it remotely, they can charge more without the hassles of insurance. They need a different skill set. And since therapy is primarily about the past and coaching is about forward motion into the future with action and accountability, and what I see is a lot of coaches are wanting to freshen up their experience with clients so that they can really support their clients in having successful forward movement. And what I've also seen is that there can be a stigma about going to therapy, and yet working with a coach tends to elicit pride. Okay, so let's unpack these 3 secrets. Secret number 1, it is essential to experience your own personal reinvention before guiding others to theirs. And this basically means you have to move through your own shit first. That's just how it is. You can't move forward or help anyone else move forward if you haven't done your own healing work first. There are a lot of life coaches out there, and I have a pet peeve with how most coaches are being trained. The thing is that they haven't done their own inner work and they're coaching too soon. They're not prepared to turn it into a profitable business either. And this shows up over and over again. In fact, a woman I was coaching had 2 sons who both had addictions. They're clean now. This inspired her to become a coach for other parents and people who have loved ones with addictions. But she said her fear of getting involved in coaching was that she would be overwhelmed by people she's coaching because of their stories. This is one of the reasons it's so imperative you do your own healing work first, so you don't get reactivated, you don't get re-triggered and re-traumatized as you're coaching a client through their healing. So it's really essential to do the healing work so you can become the person you wish you could have turned to, you wish you could have reached out to when you were going through whatever it is you were going through. It's essential to do the work. And most trainings don't take this into account. Now, I'm not saying that you can only coach people who have been through things that you've been through yourself. What I am saying is when you do your own inner healing work, you create a blueprint of how to navigate change and healing, which translates to other situations. So, many of us get called into the field of coaching because we've been through something and we want to help others through a similar situation. But until we've moved through our own healing, we will be coaching too soon. So this is about learning to use your own personal transformation in service of your clients. And to do that, we want to take responsibility for our own healing first. That's how we become a beacon of what is possible. So as you already know, in LLCA, I train and certify coaches, and this training is really devoted to me coaching you through your own personal transformation first. That's what Module 1 is. So you can then coach others from the scar and not the wound. So I want to bring this home and invite you to do a little exploration here, a little inventory. So I want to support you in moving out of blame and victim mode into responsibility and empowerment. This is what we're talking about here. I invite you to Consider for yourself an area of your life where you're feeling frustration, an area of your life where you're currently feeling frustration. Could be career, relationship, family, whatever it might be. And identify this area of your life where you're feeling frustration. Maybe you're unhappy at work, in a relationship that isn't satisfying. You feel like you're just going through the motions of life. And now I want you to notice how you are currently blaming someone else for your situation. How are you currently blaming or judging yourself for the situation? How are you keeping yourself in blame and victim mode? Just notice whatever comes up for you. And then I invite you to make one different choice or one different action you can take to move yourself forward into responsibility and empowerment. One micro choice, one micro action, something small, realistic, doable, achievable to move you forward into responsibility and empowerment, and commit to it right now. Because here's the deal, it's all about choice. It all comes down to choice. Where we are in our lives right now ultimately is the culmination of every choice we've made up until now. And if we don't do anything different, our future will arrive looking very much like our past and our present. So if we want something different in our future, we have to be willing to make a different choice. Our present moment choice predict our future. Our present moment choice is the crystal ball. Our present moment choice will always serve or sabotage the vision we're holding. So be conscious about your choices and allow them to move you forward. Because coaching is ultimately about a client's commitment to their own evolution and the coach's commitment to hold the client accountable to the commitment they're making to themselves. It's about responsibility and empowerment, and this begins with the choices we make. So again, what is the choice that will move you out of blame and victim into responsibility and empowerment? All right, secret number 2. You have to be skilled and prepared in order to confidently guide others. Coaching is not about giving advice, contrary to popular belief. Coaching is not about people pleasing or peacekeeping. Coaching is not about saying what we think someone wants to hear or what we need to say in order to feel liked. So coaching is, as I was saying before, about supporting and guiding clients from where they are to where they want to be. And the same for us when we are working with our own inner healing. It's about moving from where we are to where we want to be. And the key to this is feeling confident. And in order to feel confident, we have to feel prepared. So I have trained many coaches who have come to me because they were certified in other coaching programs, but didn't know how to get a client and didn't know what to do with a client once they got one. So what I'm offering you in LLCA is a proven process. I offer you coaching scripts, tools, techniques, materials to support you in feeling skilled and prepared, because that is what will be the gateway to your confidence. And in order to really do this, you have to have a plan for yourself and have a place to practice. You also need to really get clear on your own capacity and limits. Non-negotiables need to be in place around what works for you and what doesn't. So part of what happens when we're not feeling confident is that we're feeling burned out and we're feeling overwhelmed. So boundaries prevent burnout and action alleviates overwhelm. And these are two really fundamental elements of what set you up for success: having your boundaries in place and taking action. And just to be clear, when I'm talking about boundaries, I'm talking about the limits that you set around what you will or will not do, will or will not tolerate, and will or will not accept. Your boundaries are ultimately what's okay or not okay for you. And your non negotiables are what you set in place when you are making yourself the priority in your own life. So, my question for you here then is, if you felt confident to make yourself the priority in your own life, what boundary would you put into place? What non negotiable would you put into place around a ritual or routine or what you need in your life for you to show up at your best, to actually be flourishing at your fullest? What boundary or non negotiable would you put into place if you were ready right now to ensure that you were able to show up in your life as your most confident version of yourself? What boundary would you put in place and uphold? These could be boundaries around bedtime, around meditation, around phone free time, around the hours you work. If you had the courage and confidence to really name and uphold a boundary for yourself, what is the non negotiable that you would set? Remember, this is all about moving you out of victim and blame into responsibility and empowerment. What are you willing to claim as your own, and what are you willing to stand by so that you don't allow anything to get in the way? And now, secret number 3 is that you own and embrace your own experience and history to connect with the right clients for you. And this really is one of the very few secrets that I see most people not knowing. This is one of the secrets that few coaches know how to actually leverage, because this is about owning and embracing your own story to connect with the right clients for you. So you can have a thriving business that will support you in living the life you've always wanted. This is really the gift that keeps on giving. You can use this for anything you choose to do in your life, for your friendships, your relationships, for work, for everything. This is the secret that will set you apart as a life coach: owning your own story. So you attract the clients who are right for you. So, what does owning your own story mean? This comes back to secret number 1 about doing your own work about where you might be holding shame or holding pain or withholding the truth. So, for example, if we use me, if you know my story, you know I was holding quite a lot of shame at first around the fact that I had an affair. And what came from me sharing my truth was that I gave everyone else permission to share their truth with me. So if I show up revealed, it invites others to feel safe, revealing as well. Before I had gone through my coach training, I was far more invested in hiding the truth of who I am instead of embracing the truth and instead of revealing the truth. I was hiding in the perceptions of perfectionism, projecting an image of perfection to the world, managing the perceptions of others so that people would only see me in a certain way. Another type of hiding is pretending that everything is fine. Another type of hiding is saying yes when we want to say no. Packaging ourselves to be digestible to others, being a peacekeeper, a conflict avoider. Hiding is any way in which we're not allowing our truth to be seen. And I do believe that we all think that there's some part of us that believes we have to hide in order to be loved and accepted. We think, oh, if they knew this about me, they wouldn't love me. If they knew this about me, they wouldn't accept me. But here's the deal, and I know this is cliche, but it's cliche because it's true. The truth will set you free, and owning and elevating your own story sets you free. And it may take some time, but what's on the other side of it is a freedom and a relief So it's about being able to channel that energy and attention into what will move you forward instead of what's holding you back. And so what will make you stand out as a coach is your own story. It will set you apart, because I don't want you to be just another garden variety coach. People want to coach with me, train with me, because they've seen me speak, or they listen to my podcast, or they watch my videos, they've read my books. They resonate with me and with who I am. They find themselves inside of my story and they feel instantly seen and heard and met, no matter which part of it is. Whether it's the part about me overcoming, overachieving, and people pleasing, or the part about me leaving an abusive marriage, or whether it's the part about me leaving a high level, high profile, high paying career to go out on my own. These tend to be the three elements that people are drawn to me for. And this is what I began to build my platform on when I started. So in other words, every email I send, every social media post, podcast, everything, every communication is built on the foundation of my own unique history and a desire to reach those who will resonate with it. Most coaches resist the fact that we have to put energy into marketing and promoting ourselves, not just the actual coaching, but I often see many coaches banking on the field of dreams marketing. If I build it, they will come, but it doesn't work that way. But if you learn from the get-go that you can extract your story and use it to put yourself out there and be visible to attract the right audience, that will be a key to building a successful and thriving coaching practice. And this is also why in Levin Life Coach Academy, we have built in a business toolbox in the alumni springboard, so that as soon as you are certified, you are given the tools and the coaching to build your practice from scratch. We also have to check in here with what are the beliefs we're holding around our ability to have success or not. And this actually makes me think about my client, Emily. She is a 2-time cancer survivor, and she's also a 2-time certified coach before getting certified in LLCA. And she actually coaches cancer survivors. And I received a text from her recently, and she said, "I'm so excited. I just signed 2 paid in full one-on-one coaching clients. Both are going through cancer. So my belief that people with cancer can't pay can be put to rest. Thank you for making me believe in my worth." So she had this whole belief around people with cancer can't pay. And she found that that wasn't the truth. So what if I told you that the number one thing you're hiding, the number one pain point or shame point that you're withholding, the number one thing you don't want anyone else to know, whether it's a limiting belief, a secret, the number one thing you expend energy hiding, what if I told you that this one thing is the actual golden key to attracting the right clients and having a deeper, more honest connection and communication in all of your relationships? So again, I want you to think about this. The one thing that you spend the most energy hiding, again, it could be a secret, something you feel shame about. It could be a belief. The number one thing you're hiding, it could be a behavior. The number one thing you're hiding is actually the gateway to the resonance you will create with your ideal client. So just take a moment here and let that land for you. And allow yourself to just take a moment to check in What is it that I expend the most energy hiding? What is it? What is the thing I don't want people to know? And see if you can, just for a moment, begin to believe that that will be how you can most deeply connect. So I want to remind you that enrollment for Levin Life Coach Academy is open right now. And you can simply go to nancylevin.com/yes. And this is honestly the most comprehensive training and certification program, the only one that offers completely live video, real-time, hands-on, high-touch instruction and guidance, plus the business skills you need to become a profitable coach. My comprehensive all-in-one curriculum provides everything you need to be a coach, including scripts, concrete techniques, mentors, peer groups, plus a proven process that will help you build the business of your dreams. And the LLCA alumni program supports you in your coaching career even after you've been certified. So when you become a certified Levin Life Coach, you will know exactly how to start and scale your business, where to find the clients who need you, and how to help your clients get where they want to go in their lives. LLCA will have you feeling confident and empowered and skilled to build the coaching practice you've been dreaming of. And I want to show you how you can really step into a career that's right and true for you, so you can stop feeling scattered and start on this path of satisfaction and focus and freedom and meaning and purpose. I'm going to share a bit about Levin Life Coach Academy with you now. I kept hearing from clients this question: how can I become a coach like you? And after Debbie Ford passed and her institute stopped trainings, I took the huge leap and made LLCA a reality to fill the gap. And I really believe that you deserve a coach training that includes the experience of being coached so you can do your own healing work first. And I believe you deserve all the tools and skills that you need to guide others to do their own healing. And you deserve a complete business training so you can run a profitable coaching business. So this is a 7-month training that will absolutely set you up for success. If you are enrolling to do your own personal development, this program provides the deep work you've been looking for. The program consists of 5 modules. The first module, I'm coaching you through Reinvention coaching. So you are having the experience of sitting in the seat of the client, getting coached by me. The second module, we go through essential life coaching skills. We have practice groups with a mentor in Module 3. You begin practicing the coaching sessions in a small group. And then Module 4 is our coaching practicum, where you one-on-one coach a fellow peer in the program and are coached by a peer in the program. Plus, you have outside practice clients that you coach one-on-one. And the 5th module is the certification assessment process. So this is happening in real time, as I mentioned. This is not pre-recorded. This is not pre-packaged. We also have a dedicated student portal, and everything is secure in one place, and all of our sessions are recorded. You always have the replays, and you've got your digital toolbox. So again, this is not one of those programs where you're going to pay a ton of money and watch a few videos and get a certificate. We are going to be together live on video. The sessions are hands-on, high touch, interactive. I am with you every single step of the way. You are also working with an LLCA coach mentor and a small group of students with whom you travel through the program with. You're going to have all the materials that you need. You're going to be coached. You're going to learn how to coach, and you're going to practice coaching so you feel completely confident and ready to work with paying clients. You're also going to receive ongoing support from me, the mentors, our community director, your peer groups. So I want to take a moment here and tell you about Janice. Before enrolling in LLCA, Janice was a massage therapist, and she was steeped in some pretty deep family of origin shit. And through LLCA, she became the anchor in her own life, and it reignited her relationship with herself and where she fits in the world. And in a recent conversation, she said to me, I finally got myself back. I have a relationship with me, and it's been a beautiful unraveling. And I feel like there's momentum in my life again. When I hear myself talk, I can hear the transformation in my voice and in my being. I feel confident and ready to be visible. Huge fundamental shift, and that's worth the jump to me. So here is what really makes LLCA like no other program out there. We are not just certifying you and sending you out into the wild. You are supported and held and have a place to learn and ask questions in a post-certification alumni springboard that is part of your tuition. So post-certification, you are automatically enrolled in the alumni springboard. And it's a 10-week business building module. Everything you need to get your business up and running right away. Everything you need to get your first paying client ASAP. We give you legal templates. We give you programs for doing a book study. We give you templates for doing a presentation. Everything we're doing is to get you up and running. Templates for a website, for social media, all the things. And it's not that you have to do all the things, but we give you an assortment so you can pick and choose what is important to you. And again, this is included in your tuition. We want to support you in using your story to attract clients, niching down, website content, video training, all of this. And I can't possibly talk about the LLCA Alumni Springboard without mentioning Michael, because for Michael, this was a big part of why he even chose LLCA. Like many people who enroll in LLCA, Michael was already a certified life coach, but his business was small and in a bit of a dormant state because he didn't really feel he had the tools necessary to go out and market himself properly. And he said, I needed to build my coaching business, and I did it and did it really fast. So that's what the Alumni Springboard allowed him to do. So fast that Michael actually had a list of clients lined up waiting for him to be certified. Can you imagine? So as Michael has said, this is a graduate course in how to be a life coach, and what you're learning is to really build the business of your dreams. I featured Michael on my podcast. It was episode 12. And he sent me this message after he listened. He said, so I just listened to the podcast and find myself sitting here in tears of joy. It was so amazing to hear my new empowering story and experience played back to me. Thank you so much for all of this. I find myself without words, with the exception of grateful. So right here, this is why I love what I do. I love witnessing my coaches in their own reinvention and having them acknowledge their own success. On top of this, You've got your peer groups, your mentors, a private Facebook group, a community director, all of these support systems in place to help you. And the Facebook group, I will say, is not your run-of-the-mill Facebook group. Without sounding too corny, I will let you know I've never seen anything like the connectivity and community that happens in my programs. First of all, you can reach out and get support 24/7 from each other, as well as me and Rini, our community director. You can find the people who you resonate with the most because you are showing up vulnerable inside of this training. There are lifelong friendships that have been formed, and it is powerful to witness. So once again, I will remind you that you can go to nancylevin.com/yes. All the details are there. You can enroll right now if you're ready. And if you have some questions, I want to let you know that you can even book a call with our enrollment concierge, Kathy, and she will be happy to answer any questions for you. If you are wondering if you're the right fit, she will help you discover all the ways this program can support you, and she will be able to even enroll you. So if you are ready to go, you can enroll right now. And if you want to have a conversation to learn more, you can book a call with Kathy. I want to let you know that we have different payment options. We have a single pay as well as a 12 pay. So whatever works for you, we want to make it easy. And, you know, by now, you're probably clear on who this program is for or not for, because it's not for everyone. So it's not for you if you're not serious about real transformation, real reinvention. If you're not ready to get real, it's not for you. If you're not committed to helping others transform their lives, it's not for you. And what I mean by that is, even if you don't become a coach, we still want to know that our presence is supporting others in stepping into their truth, whether that is in our personal relationships or at work or wherever it might be. If you're not ready to take action, it's not for you, because when you sign on to work with me, we are immediately on the journey together. And as I've said before, the transformation equation is change equals vision plus choice plus action. It's also not right for you if you think this would be something nice to do down the line. We are intentionally making sure everybody participating is truly ready. So if you are feeling that this is a good fit, I want to also let you know about some other juicy bonuses as part of the program. The first is that in addition to the sessions that we hold weekly, I also offer office hours. The office hours with me are a time that you can come with any question. I'm not coming with any agenda or curriculum. This is an open, free hour for you to come, ask questions, get coached, get clarity on what we're working on in the program. This is me showing up to support you around whatever you need. In addition, you are going to receive 3 one-on-one coaching sessions with your mentor. So once again, as I mentioned, you're going to get office hours with me plus one-on-one sessions with your mentor, in addition to our weekly sessions. So like I said, we are with you every single step of the way. So here's the deal. If you enroll now, you can literally be a certified life coach by June. I've given you a lot of information, and I invite you to just close your eyes and digest Take a deep breath and digest. Allow yourself to see what will be possible for you when you are a life coach by the summer. You are a certified life coach by June. What becomes possible? What becomes available to you when you bring this vision to fruition? When you have a deeper connection with yourself, when you no longer sabotage your beliefs and patterns and mindset. Imagine how it will feel being supported to reach your goals and learning how to guide others toward theirs. And just anchor in this, anchor in your vision and anchor in what it feels like. What's possible and available for you if you make this choice and take this action today? So I've given you all the scoop. The choice is, of course, ultimately yours. And I really invite you to choose you and say yes to you. Remember, I never in a million years thought I would be a life coach, let alone a coach with a thriving business. And I know you can have this too. In creating Levin Life Coach Academy, it's really become clear to me that I was in my position at Hay House for a reason, for a bigger purpose. There's a reason I was so close with Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, Debbie Ford, so I can continue the legacy of leading with depth and integrity and truth. So if you are ready to jump in and join me, you can enroll in Levin Life Coach Academy right now, or you can book a call. And here is the truth. If you're on the fence right now, what's happening is that your heart has already jumped and your head needs to catch up with your heart. So say yes to you, talk to Kathy, let your head catch up and say yes also. I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity to share about LLCA with you. And I would love nothing more than the opportunity to support you inside this program. Thanks again for tuning in. Please be sure that you've subscribed to my channel and click the notification bell so you will be notified when I post my next video.